Welcome and thank you for tuning into my channel. I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the best exercise to build your shoulders with bodyweight training. So first of all, you want to understand how to do it. So start in a regular push-up position, walk your feet closer to your hands, which will create an angle between your feet and your hands, and then bring your head out in front of your hands to the ground and then push back up. This is what is known as a pike push-up. The word pike basically means the angle between your hands and your feet. So when your hips are pointing up towards the sky, that will be known as a pike. The higher your hips are, the more piked you are, and the lower your hips are, the less piked you are. So the difference between this and a regular push-up is clearly, as you can see, there's an arch between my head and my feet. And this is what is going to emphasize my shoulders and my triceps. So stay tuned for this video as I explain to you exactly how to do it correctly and why you should be doing it if you want to build your shoulders with bodyweight training. Pike push-ups aren't just about strength, they're about control, balance, and pushing past limits. You can make them harder by leaning forward excessively, as I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm deliberately sticking my head out in front, and this is going to cause a greater amount of tension in my shoulders compared to doing the pike push-ups where I'm coming straight down or only slightly in front of my hands. As you lower your head towards the floor, you're going to be training your delts, triceps, and even your upper chest, while your core works overtime to keep your body stable. This isn't just about lifting your body weight, it's about control, balance, and precision. And here's a side angle of how you need to be pressing to build strength in your shoulders. So keep your elbows nice and narrow. If you point them outwards like this, you're going to be working more with your chest. So what we want to do is be able to push with our elbows nice and narrow and close to our sides. This is another side angle which you will find beneficial. So as you can see me doing it properly here, elbows nice and tucked in so I can activate and engage my triceps and not elbows flared out. You can even make the pike push-up more difficult by raising your feet on an elevated surface. So in this case, my feet are behind me and I'm on a bench because this is the choice in this case for the elevated surface. But you can put your feet anywhere that can hold your body weight. By doing this, you're getting closer to the handstand push-up and you're increasing the difficulty of the pike push-up. Now, here's just another example of me doing it. As I said, you can put your feet on any sort of object that can carry your body weight, and this is basically a really good way to overload the shoulders and build more core strength as well, because as you can see here, I make it look a little bit easy, but it's actually very hard on my core and I'm actually struggling when I do it, which you can't tell since you're watching it. But as I'm doing it, you can see my face is going red, and this is actually a really good way to increase the difficulty of your regular pike push-ups on the floor. And you can definitely go for something like a drop set, which you're going to see me do here. So by going lower, now I'm going to make it a bit easier and I can continue pumping out those reps and building my shoulders. But here in this set, I only got 2 reps, for example, because of the previous reps that I did. And yeah, this was quite tough. As you can see, I'm just going to signal here that I'm finished. So yeah, make sure guys that when you're doing this, you're clawing the ground. What I mean by clawing the ground is basically spreading your fingers to create a wider base that you can push from. As you can see, my fingers are not close together. There's actually a gap between my fingers, and I'm making sure to do that on purpose so that I can kind of have like a paw effect on the ground, like a bear's hand. So the wider your hand is, the more of a base you're going to have to push from. And this means that no matter what surface you grab, you're going to be in control of your body weight and you're going to be in like a power position in a way. So if your fingers are touching each other, yeah, you're just going to be like kind of overcrowding in a way. You want to have your hand as wide as possible, and the gap between your thumb and your small finger pinky finger, sorry, should be as big as possible. That will make your pike push-ups a lot better. Remember as well guys, you always want to be in control of your body weight. That is the aim here, muscle tension and building strength. You can also use parallettes for your pike push-ups, parallettes being the handlebars that you can see me holding here. I would recommend to get wooden ones because your grip will be a bit better and they can absorb moisture quite well. And when you're doing pike push-ups, you are going to be basically overloading your shoulders, and if you have a weak grip or your hand is slipping around, you're going to potentially injure your wrist. So yeah, that's just my tip. Get some wooden parallettes and then you always have a good grip pretty much, unless you're excessively sweating, but you shouldn't be anyway. If you're doing this, it's just strength building, so you shouldn't be sweating buckets basically. As you can see here, my hips are quite piked, they're quite high up, and this is going to make it harder, as I said. And if you really feel like you want to go beast mode, what you can do is actually elevate your feet, which will make it harder compared to the floor. And then you can also use the parallettes as well, which will make it even harder because of the deep range of motion. So this is just like a double whammy effect. And just a quick tip on pike push-ups, do not flare your elbows. As you see me doing here, my elbows are coming outwards. This is completely wrong. You're going to potentially injure yourself. What you want to have is some internal rotation, as you see me demonstrate there. I'm going to do it here if you notice. There we go. So it's quite a small movement, but it does make a big difference. And now look at my elbows, nice and tucked. And this is just another error that people make, which is bringing their head in between their hands. You do not want to do this, but it's not quite simple as that. If you are just starting out, what you can do is take an object. My preferred choice is my parallel because I had it here on this day. And what you do is then you bring your nose to that object. And what this is going to do is going to put you in the proper form. So as you can see now, I'm bringing my head out in front of my hands, which is exactly what I want to do to ensure that I'm engaging my shoulders and my triceps to the max. And as always, what would one of my videos be without a quick flex at the end, just to show you the results that I've been getting with the pike push-ups. So you can ignore any other body part. I just wanted to show the shoulder gain specifically. As you see, the muscle striations starting to come through. And yeah, I've just been doing bodyweight training. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe.